Here's a couple facts about Duel Commander. 1, the format's pretty fast, and 2, blue is by far the best color of the format. But another fact about Magic players in general is that we like to play spells for free. And if you're a Commander player, you're probably a little interested in one of Khans of Tarkir's legendary creatures. What I'm talking about is Narset Enlightened Master. Repping the Jeskai clan, Narset is a very explosive card with the ability to play multiple spells for free. But before we go on, let's take a closer look at her. Narset is a 3 blue, red, and white 3/2 with first strike, hexproof, and a very powerful ability. It says whenever she attacks, exile the top 4 cards of your library. Until end of turn, you may cast non-creature cards exiled with Narset this turn for free. That's crazy. So what you want to do is just get her on board as fast as possible and get her swinging. But with that being said, the game plan for Narset is pretty much locked in for a control strategy. But how you go about that is up to you. I would imagine that you can either go full control with card draw, removal, and planeswalkers, only using Narset as extra value whenever you're able to attack with her. Or you can try to use her as a combo-ish kind of commander, similar to Maelstrom Wanderer, where you use mana rocks to ramp up to a turn 4 Narset and go off by playing big powerhouse spells for free, in conjunction with maybe using those cards like Relentless Assault, which allow Narset extra attack steps during the same turn. Either way you go, I found that there are 3 universal truths to building a Narset deck. Truth number 1 deals with creatures. Since Narset's ability isn't able to cast creature spells, it's hard to include creatures in the list, but some of them are just so good that you have to play them. Especially cards like Snapcaster Mage, who's able to keep you ahead in the early game by recasting a Pyroclasm or reusing a Lightning Bolt in order to weaken your opponent's board. And Generator Servant, who not only acts as a mana accelerator for Narset, but also leads into truth number 2. And that's hastiness. I found that haste can be a huge factor when playing Narset, since her ability needs you to attack. Without haste, you'll be a sitting duck for a full turn before you can even trigger her ability. And even though she has hexproof, there are many spells that are able to take her out. So by including cards like Generator Servant and Hall of the Bandit Lord, your matchup against decks with heavier removal takes a dramatic increase. The third and final truth deals with counterspells. Now the problem with these things is that control and combo decks usually run them not only to survive the early game, but to make their victory inevitable. The tricky thing with Narset is to run a balance of counters, so that you have enough to survive, but as little as possible to prevent flipping counters with Narset's ability. Ideally, you'll be playing a bunch of counters that can actually do things if flipped, so cards like Cryptic Command and Izzet Charm are great. But is Narset the commander for you? As I mentioned earlier, her ability is pretty much locked into control, so if you're the kind of player that likes to swing with a bunch of creatures, Narset's probably not your cup of tea. But if control is more your style, then Narset could be the general you're looking for. With that being said, keep in mind that swinging with Narset is a game of chance, and there will be times where you whiff on her ability. So remember to include cards in your build that are able to manipulate the top cards of your deck. Ponder, Preordain, and Brainstorm are great with Narset, giving you the ability to play as many spells as possible with a Narset trigger. If you're interested in seeing what direction I went with the deck, check it out in the description box down below. It isn't perfect, but I think it's a great start, so put it together, test it, and make changes where you need to. So what do you guys think of Narset? Would you play the attrition game, or would you go big or go home with massive spells? Let me know in the comments. Anyway guys, Narset is a very interesting commander and perfect for a player who is looking for a different kind of control deck. I hope you guys give her a go and get excited about Duel Commander. Until next time, keep shuffling, Magic players. Thanks for watching part 2 of my 5-part Khans of Tarkir special. If you guys liked the video, please give me a thumbs up and hit that yellow subscribe button for more awesome EDH videos. And if you want to check out another clan leader, click on their picture. See you later, guys.